Ballarat Basketball and NBL 1 wish to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which it's naturally played, the Wadawurrung and Dja Dja Wurrung people. We pay our respects to their elders past, present and emerging. Welcome back to Ballarat Selkirk Stadium for the second of our doubleheader in this NBL Southern Conference. Matchup between the Ballarat Miners and the Geelong Supercats. My name's Jared Prosser, with you again. Yeah, about that, I'll try and get my own name right. I'm with you again, and alongside me as always is Kyle Evans. Kyle, welcome back.
Thank you, Jared. It's good to be here.
So, we saw in the first half of our doubleheader, Geelong got up over the Miners women 81-69. This match, I would have expected, with both teams having a full roster, that this match would be quite an evenly fought one, but Ballarat a little bit hamstrung right out of the gate. They announced the import signing of Shaq Morris a few weeks ago, but it's turned out that due to some visa issues, he's not going to be able to play, and their new import is yet to arrive. So Ballarat are looking, figuratively and literally, a little bit short.
Yeah, that is right. It's left us very thin up front. Jordan Lingard, very own Ballarat boy, he'll be getting the start tonight, which is not something we've said about him very often. He's usually been a pretty good chemistry guy, sort of coming off the bench.
Third big.
That's right, yeah. But look, he'll be starting alongside a number of new faces in this Ballarat side. Look, very similar to the girls. You go down the list here, you look at all the new faces. Preston Bungie out of Sandringham last year, really solid player. Cohen Sapwell, South East Melbourne development player. Import David Crisp, who's come to us from Washington, I believe, former teammate of Matisse Thibel.
And Markel Fultz.
And Markel Fultz.
I believe Jaden McDaniels as well, so 3 NBA players he's played alongside.
Bit of a rap sheet there, and returning miner Nick Pozoglu, who's come back to us all the way from Perth after an incredible year in the NBL 1 West last year.
Playing for Coburn over in NBL 1 West and was the league MVP over there. So matching up against them for Geelong. Speaking of MVPs, the MVP of the inaugural NBL 1 season back in 2019 in DeMarcus Gatlin. He'll line up with Isaac Turner. He'll also line up with Gabe Hadley. Who else? Owen Odeji and former Cairns Taipan, George Blagachevich.
Yeah, a few big names there, and Jack White to return to the club once the NBL season's over. So you got to think, just at first glance, this Geelong Supercats team is going to be one to contend with for the remainder of the season.
Now, I mentioned to you off air that I'm looking forward to seeing Gatlin. Every time I've watched him play on video, he's amazing. Every time I've seen him play live, he's been terrible. Seems he saves his bad performances for me. So
you should go down and tell him that. See what he says.
Yeah, let's not. Ballarat with the ball to start with. Here's Chris. Over to another new boy in Sapple, the son of Rupert. Sapple drives to the basket. Lovely little reverse move. No good though, and Hadley brings it the other way. Here is Gatlin. Oh, too easy. Oh, he blew the layup.
I think he was shocked at how easy that was that he missed it.
Has to go backboard there. Tell that to every 10-year-old. Lingard. Catch and shoot three's no good, but all right, we'll get the ball back and reset. Here is Chris. Oh, loses the handle. Mungie. And Lingard. A little Dirk, little one-legged fadeaway there. Airball from Jordan Lingard. 1 for 2 to start with for the club captain. And here's Isaac Turner. Big man, 6'8" of him.
Active hands there from Sapwell.
Tell you what, that's a hell of a move. Pozoglu did well to knock the ball away initially, but then a beautiful crossover. Takes the ball hard to the rack, finishes, and he draws the foul.
Very impressive, just he was able to regather that ball, size up the play, and go again, and end up with the N1.
Foul's called on Colin Sapwell. Completes the play early, 3-0 lead. A little over a minute gone. Bit of full court pressure here as well. Bungie drives in, strong finish from Preston Bungie. The former Sabre, that's his first point as a minor. Here's Odeji. Tried to go through too many bodies there, and Chris pulls up for the straight ahead three. That's long. Not sure Niners coach Luke Sunderland will want that, but he'll love that.
Looks like he'll rectify that straight away, and beautiful finish.
Nothing there. Really good anticipatory defense. It's 4-3 Miners early in stages, quarter number one. Here's Gatlin. Odeji. Oh, Kazoglu. Wonderful defense. Looked for all the world like a layup or a dunk there.
Yeah, at first glance it looked like a foul, but did really, really well just to disrupt that shot.
At the other end, we see Bungie drive. And throw it away. This matchup right here, Isaac Turner and David Crisp. Athletic, super fast import point guards. Probably the one I'm looking forward the most, Carl.
Yeah, absolutely. Isn't it just great to have imports back in Ballarat in general? Obviously, the club opted to go without the imports last season. Was still a pretty handy side, no doubt, but it's great to see him back this year.
So we see Sapwell pick up an early second. Fairly needless foul too, fouling a three-point jump shooter without trying to block the shot. We'll go to the bench, and Zach Dunmore checks in for his first minutes.
Okay, let's hear it, Ballarat, Steve.
Very, very big year for Zach Dunmore. He's a bit of a favourite of both of ours, but as a guy whose primary weapon is his three-point shot, shot the ball at only a tick over 22% in three last season in just a year when nothing really went right for him. This is the season where they could really make or break him as a player at this level. If he can get back to what we know he can do, he could have a long career at this level. But if he has a second year shooting, say, sub-30,
it could be hard for him, that's right. But look, the reason we like him is because we know what he can do, though, when he's got it going. And we saw that in 2019 when he had some big games. A few growing pains last season, but I think this could be the year for him.
Zoglu, his first points in his second stint in Ballarat.
And he must be confident after winning the MVP of the NBL 1 West last year, you'd think.
I've never known Nick Kazoglu to be anything other than confident. As we see Ballarat come out in the 2-3 zone here. Hadley wide open, can't hit. Chris has it knocked away by Odeji. You still see that extended pressure from the Supercats. Here we go, here's Kazoglu. Oh, so close to getting that through to Lingard.
Yeah, it was an impressive press break there. Really attacked the middle, created that 2-on-1 situation. The Miners will get the ball back.
It was good hands from Bakajevic to break it up as a layup otherwise. Crisp, no one comes to him. Shoots the three, drops the three.
Straight away turns to the crowd and says, "How do you like that?"
He's got some profile, this man. He's got a bit of posture to him. He's we mentioned it on your radio show the other day on 3BA that he's someone who could really ignite this crowd. Become that. Oh, here we go, the fancy spin. Oh, the no look pass. Straight away, Chris playing to the crowd. Fade away three blocked by Gatlin.
Yeah, great hands there by Gatlin. He knew what was coming there, didn't he? He said, "No, I'm not about to let you hit two in a row here."
Positive again. Quick, super springy player.
Just about his second or third steal of the night already. The active hands in the passing lanes.
Only 4 minutes in, but this is a fun game.
It is, isn't it? And here's Zach. Why? We both spoke too soon there.
Adventurous shot, let's say, from Dunmore.
It was. Probably wasn't on, but look, at the same time, good to see him, attack with confidence and good to see the aggression because he did like a bit of that last season, I thought.
Yeah, he almost looks like his shooting got in his own head a little bit.
Absolutely,
last season.
He was a bit passive.
As a shooter, if you're not confident in your shot, you won't make it. Here's Turner. Cross court. Bakajevic. Oh, good pass.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Johns, he'll go to the line. Big fella fouled by Preston Kungi. Early stages here, a little under 4.5 minutes into the game, and
Let's use those fluffers,
got a
Ballarat.
10-6 lead. The Miners over the Supercats. Early stages of this one.
Matthew Johns, an NCAA career at South Dakota.
We got him the first time, let's get loud.
And Concordia St Paul, he transferred there for his senior year from memory.
Quite the career.
1 of 2 from the line that time.
Great ball denial there by Oogie.
This is one thing that Ballarat maybe lacked last year. You just saw Preston Bungie bring the ball up. And when Jerry Evans was playing the 4 in 2019, he was a genuine playmaker at the 4.
Absolutely.
Soglu, out of nothing, Nick Soglu. How on earth did he put that in the hoop?
And falls into the crowd as well.
Killed a child in the process. Wow, what a move from Bazoglu.
Yeah, look, really impressive start from Bazoglu. He's just really imposed himself and played with emphasis, which is great to see, but very active in the passing lanes early and impactful first bucket in his minors, well, in his second minors stint.
Can't complete the three-point play, but with a 5-point lead he could skip past. The ball knocked away from from Turner by Lingard.
Quick first step, Turner.
Oh, this is where that matchup with Chris is going to be good. He's a bit bigger than David Chris, not by a whole lot, but they're both like absolute quicksilver, these two.
Has showed himself. Import out of Kilsyth. Here he goes.
Good pass. Geelong's club captain, Liam McInerney, off the bench. Drains his first shot. He checked in a few minutes ago for Rodigy. Zoglu drives hard. Lovely little floater.
Smooth game, hasn't he?
That's his pet shot. He loves those little runners and floaters. Not a huge leaper, but just seems to hang in the air.
A very smooth mover.
Here's Turner and Chris. Marquee matchup, those two. Oh, lovely, beautiful pass. McInerney and Blagojevich.
Finishes with authority. The former Cairns Taipan.
Gorgeous backdoor play. Here's Chris getting onto that favoured left. His own little floater's no good. Dave Headley cleans up and brings the ball back for Geelong. Goes all the way to the hoop. Finds Johns in the corner. He hits the 3. And suddenly we've got a tight ball game, 14 apiece. A little under 4 minutes to play in quarter number 1 at Selkirk Stadium. Dunmore, a little hezzy again. And the lefty scoops that. Dunmore, that is a gorgeous shot.
Really making something out of nothing a lot there with the defense pressed up on him.
Where was this last
Went
season?
himself and finished with the left hand too.
This is what we were hoping to see in 2021 from Dunmore.
Well, let's hope it's a sign of things to come.
Absolutely. Really good start from the youngster. Oh, Turner hits that 3.
Just extends that follow through. He knew that one was going down.
1 point lead here, Geelong 17-16. Chris wants that 2-man game. He and Turner are going to go at each other all night. Little foul call there. I think that'll be on Liam McInerney. No, it's on Isaac Turner.
A couple of newcomers checking into the game with Amos Brooks and young Will Hines.
Yeah, Hines was impressive in the backup point role last year. Really a heady young player. He's only 19. He it's almost like he's got no pulse sometimes. He just doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low. The interesting one there, though, is Amos Brooks, who was a part of the Ballarat side as an end-of-the-bench big in 2019. Didn't make the roster in what turned out to be the cancelled 2020 season, nor last year. But he's back in now as a 22-year-old, I think he is now, and he's not expected to see a lot of minutes, but as we mentioned, Shaquille Morris, who was expected to be the starting centre, not able to take the floor because of visa issues. It's going to press Brooks into some backup minutes pretty much until the replacement import arrives.
Well, sometimes opportunity beckons when you least expect it, and you know, you might have started on this list as a bit of a fill-in player, but all of a sudden he might be relied upon to play some minutes, and I'll be interested to see how he's come on since 2019. I know he's spent a little bit of time in America in the college system over there. Let's see if he's brought something back.
And he is a big body, 6'8", 6'9", and he's huge. He's not a string beam 6'8", 6'9". He'll hold his weight down low, and he's he's a relatively skillful player as well. He's not, I wouldn't say he's genuinely ambidextrous, but he's good off both shoulders around the hoop.
Well, he'll have his work cut out as he steps to their captain. I assume he'll step to their captain McInerney on defence.
Between McInerney, Blagojevic, Johns, it's a big
Take your
front
pick.
line. It's a big front line. Here's Dunmore. That looks wide. It was. But there's Brooks straight away. And he gets the basket. Amos Brooks. Cometh the man.
Why not? Why not?
Puts Ballarat back in front.
Should we give Zach Dunmore an assist for that one?
It's the traditional Kobe assist, isn't it? Sporting's new ink since he was last in a Miners uniform
Wow,
too.
nice, aren't they? Finishes off a three-point play. Going to run back with confidence, young fella.
2-point lead here. Tick under 3 minutes to go. 19-17. Ballarat's way. Good defense.
Great
Hines.
defense.
Here's Johns. Had the chance with a little floater there. Chose to kick to Hadley. Again, between Hines and Dunmore, they hold him up. Zoglu poking on defense. Brooks holds his feet well there.
Does not give up baseline. Fantastic job, Amos.
Johns shoots as the shot clock expires. Falls to McInerney.
I was just about to say, a really encouraging defensive set from the Miners, and what's an undersized and probably young lineup here. Relatively inexperienced.
You saw Chris Blitzars, who's checked into the game. He drives to the basket.
Here's a mismatch.
Dunmore had the foul there.
And caught on the much
bigger
taller
Blagojevic.
and much more experienced Blagojevic, who always would have fancied himself in that situation.
Yeah, 6'8", a genuine wing too. He's not a 4'5". He's a genuine. At most, he's a power forward. I'd say he's a genuine 3. And he's not just NBL 1 or NBL size as a 3. He's got NBA size for a 3.
Absolutely. 25 years old. Spent a bit of time in the tropics and played some minutes for the Taipans as well.
He was a development player who came on fairly well. That's 2 for 2 on this trip to the line. Geelong continue that extended pressure. Hines, good delay on the pass. But he can't hit. Oh, that was strong rebound from McInerney. Just held Preston Boogie off like he was not even there. All right, scrambling well on defense. Here's Blitzars. Looks like he got fouled on that actually. Looks like a hit on the arm. Doesn't matter. He hits the 3. All alone. Chooses to kick to Bazoglu, rattles in and out.
And selfish pass there from Boogie, but he was wide open when he caught that ball in the key.
Yeah, it really was. Here's Blagojevic again. This foul looks like it'll be on Bazoglu. His first foul of the evening. He'll take a quick break. Jordan Lingard stepping back in.
Let's go.
Drops the first.
Blagojevic really making his mark early in this game.
19 to 24 now.
Bringing his tally up to 8 points, 2 rebounds. Will Hines blows by his man.
Well, Gatlin, that's no easy man to blow by. Oh, blind pass from Drungi then. Strong defense from Lingard. Eventually the ball drops to Hines. Credit Jordan Lingard there. A bit of a hiding to nothing, did well. Drungi. It's a high release, it's a slow release though. Gatlin was able to contest that well. Good defense, Dunmore. Quick hands. Finds Lingard. He loves these little pull-ups. Oh, in and out again. Might be the third Ballarat 3 to rattle in and out like that. Goes at Hines. Yeah. Good, strong move.
Yeah, admirable defence, Will Hines there, but just nowhere near strong enough.
Didn't do a lot wrong. That's just a good player making a good move. You just got to credit the offense there.
All of a sudden, Geelong with a pretty handy lead here. 7 points.
Down to the last 13 seconds. Quarter number 1. Big faces Hines. Here's Bungie. Just a drive. Oh, lovely finger roll. That was pretty. Oh, great way to finish for the Miners. Cut the leads to 5. Preston Bungie up to 6 points. And his team trail at quarter time despite that basket. 21 points to 26. Geelong hold a narrow lead at the first break. So, very balanced effort from both sides, really. George Kajevic, quite easily the standout player. 9 points, 4 boards in a quarter of basketball. Aside from that, we've seen a fairly balanced scoring attack from Geelong, and likewise from Ballarat. We've got Kazoglu with 5. Bungie with 6 and Kazoglu with 5. And David Crisp with 5 after that step back 3 as well. But again, it's a fairly balanced effort. Nobody's really grabbed it. Plagosevich is probably the closest we've seen to someone grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck early on.
Yeah, look, I guess no surprises given his experience. You know, he's played in big games for the Cairns Taipans in the past, so you know this won't faze him at all. I think the Achilles heel for the Miners is exactly what we saw in the last 3 minutes there. We've spoken about their depth issues. Shaq Morris obviously not getting over here in time. The Miners are going to have stints in this game where they're playing a lot of young and inexperienced players, and ultimately, their ability to tread water during those stretches is going to determine how well they go in this game.
And just on that, we were talking about Amos Brooks being, essentially the break glass in case of emergency big, and it is an emergency and the glass is broken, and so far he's done well. But there is another big on the Ballarat bench in youngster Lucas Impey. Now he's only 16. But he's another one. He's what is he, about 6'7", 6'8", not built like young Amos Brooks.
No.
He's a string bean as you'd expect at that age, but very skillful and a pogo stick athlete.
Well, I was just watching him warm up, and I'm thinking to myself, who in the heck is that? Because he does not look like a 16-year-old, I can tell you that. But yeah, who knows? I mean, we've seen stranger things.
Oh, I can tell you, I coached against him at junior level, and didn't matter what strategies I put on him, he scored at will. So he was far too good for my little A-grade side. No, he's a very, very talented young player. He's, I'm fairly sure, I mean, don't necessarily quote me on this, but I'm quite sure he played in the state team at one point. He's a really talented young junior, and this might be a chance for him to get some early season minutes as well before Ballarat fill that final import spot with, as you would expect, another centre.
Absolutely.
Back underway here at Selkirk Stadium. Good hands by Kazoglu. That's steal number 3 already. For the former NBL 1 West MVP.
God, he's got some quick hands, doesn't he?
Yeah. Speaking of quick, Chris goes to the basket. Doesn't get the spin on that he needed. But he'll go to the line and shoot 2. So fast.
Yeah, just that first step. Explosive, isn't he?
He and Isaac Turner are going to be an absolute treat all night. 2 lightning quick lefties.
Well, we saw him get going a little bit in that first quarter there with that steal and layup, backed up by that 3. And you can just tell he oozes confidence, Chris, doesn't he? It'd be great to see him get going.
Yeah, he's got a bit of showman to him as well. Well, let's face it, he backed up a brilliant point guard at college in Markel Fultz, who people forget because he's had a fairly unspectacular NBA career, but before that shoulder injury, he was the #1 pick and the consensus #1 pick.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, probably the most consensus #1 pick in recent years, to be honest. I remember, yeah, there was no question that year.
Probably since Carl Towns.
Yeah, that's right.
We see Odeji back in the game, dropping the boot from close range. Lingard imploring his point guard to come get it. Zoglu, quick change of direction. Looks for Brooks, that's good defense, Matt Johns.
Well anticipated, but it's worked out for him in the end as he puts away the two.
A little bit of fortune, the ball bounces back. 4-point game, a minute into quarter number 2. Oh, Brooks reached then, almost got taught. Lingard can't quite get it, but slips the ball out to Will Hines. Strong screen with the hip there from Jordan Lingard. Hines stays with it, puts the ball in.
And at first glance, seeming like he dribbled himself into trouble.
He did, didn't it? The
managed to
just opened up for it.
bail himself out.
Zoglu again, chasing hard, not letting Gab Headley get anything around those screens. Here's Turner looking to take Will Hines on. Thinks he's got the better of him, shoots the 3, air balls.
Look, really heads up defence there by Will Hines.
He'll be very, very happy with that, Will Hines.
Certainly did not shy away from the moment there. Moved his feet, got a good contest. Air ball, minus ball.
Still only 18, doesn't turn 19 for another month. He gets a well-earned break. As Preston Bungie checks back in. Tackle. 2 fouls on him, he'll have to be careful. Chris lovely find. Kazoglu fin. Oh, that was knocked off the rim. Surely that's. Oh, little moment of controversy there.
Absolutely. I mean, it definitely looked like it. But I believe, I mean, I know in the NBL you are allowed to knock the ball off the rim if it's sitting there. Is it the same here?
It is, but well, whether Matt John's got his hand over the cylinder or not, it's tough to say.
Sapwell.
That's not sure that was part of the offense.
No, still looking to get going though. Sapwell yet to score in this match. We do know he can light it up.
The 2 early fouls didn't help, but yeah, you're right. 17 points a game. The Hobart Chargers in 2021. 4-point margin here as Crisp again takes that screen. Looks to go left. There it is again.
That floater is just automatic, isn't it?
Oh, Preston Boogie. It's a gorgeous little floater, that. So we see Johns take a seat. Jevic check back in for Geelong. They lead by 2, 30 to 28. 3 minutes gone in quarter number 2. NBL 1 South at Selkirk Stadium in Ballarat. Here's Gatlin. Shakes, bakes, throws the ball into Owen Odegi. Sapple gets aggressive, throws it away, gets bailed out by a call there. He did not know what he wanted to do then.
No.
Sapple, that was a head down, let's try and make something happen, and then, oh no, what have I done?
Very much bailed out there, but let's hope they can get something going off this play. Who knows, that foul might come in handy later on in this quarter.
It's good to be aggressive, but you've got to pick your moments as well.
Here he goes again.
Here he is. That's a good pass. Oh, the offensive fouls called. God. So that's 3 on him. I'm not sure whether the basket's been counted. I don't think it has.
And at first glance seemed to be very, very deep in the paint there, in what looked like the restricted area, but
yeah, it's tough to say. There may have been a heel on the line there. I couldn't say for sure without a replay, but either way, Colin Sapwell.
You sometimes
He's
wonder
played 4 minutes, he's got 3 fouls.
How do you give away a charge when you literally catch the ball and go up? It's not like he was running with a head of steam there.
Yeah, look, it was sold pretty well, but at the same time, there was contact. Oh, Lingard had his head turned. Turner found underneath. Good pass from Hadley. Here's Chris, step back 3, bang! Over Isaac Turner.
Second 3 of the night for Chris.
Second step back 3 of the night for Chris. Hadley too easy. Oh, Zoglu. Just an explosive athlete. Throws that one out. And Lingard all the way. Easy dunk. That will get the Ballarat crowd going. It's a 1-point ball game. here at Selkirk Stadium. Oh, Hadley, sharpshooter all alone. Bang.
Never looked like missing that
No,
one.
he's a great catch and shoot player, Gabe Hadley. Outstanding shooter. Puts the lead back out to 4. Crisp pulls up. Can't answer. And here's Hadley, bringing it the other way for Geelong. Turner. Oh, just gets it past the outstretched hand of Pizzoglu, and Lingard, he fouls DeMarcus Gatlin. So far, 4 points on the evening for Gatlin, the 2019 NBL 1 MVP.
Very, very
You
loud.
see, oh no, did you head to the bench and big Liam McInerney check back in.
Off with the first, Gatlin in. What's relatively quiet opening 15 minutes for Gatlin for the MVP.
Well, look, that's, I mean, you know, he's got 6 points halfway through the second quarter, but good hands there on Chris.
They got to get
But
this
you're
ball
right,
over
he's,
fast.
A little bit of confusion as to who wanted that one, but in the end, Preston Mungie with the acrobatic reverse. Yeah, on Gatlin, he's produced, but it hasn't been necessarily, all caps production. He's just quietly gone about his business so far.
Unassuming.
Yeah.
And
Good hand.
Kozloglu's
Pizzoglu
hands
again.
again.
What's
He is
that,
just
4 steals?
He is
He's
just
Dunmore with the
Dunmore,
left.
beautiful
Lovely
finish.
reverse, Zach Dunmore.
Time out Geelong. Well, I mean Kozloglu. I mean, you can
Making
see
things
why he's an NBL 1 MVP. Just the impact he's making alone, without scoring the ball, just on the defensive end. The amount of turnovers he's caused already.
Yeah, 7 points. He's got 3 steals. He's got a block. He's doing a little bit of 4 steals on a block. He's doing a little bit of everything, and that doesn't even count the fact that he's just gone straight up and down to contest some shots and use that big body of his. He's a 6'5", plays bigger than that because of his leap, but also he's huge through the chest.
And
Like, he's not a man you can knock off his feet easily.
And just causing the Supercats absolute fits at the moment.
4 steals already.
Spirited second quarter so far by the Miners. And I'll be stoked with the way they started this to really make it a game as we approach half time.
And again, we mentioned it in the first quarter, but this has been a really fun game of basketball.
It has. It's had, you never know what to expect for the first game of the season, but it's been played at a really high standard, I've got to say.
It's been good tempo. There's been some great passing, awesome defense, both fundamentally and spectacular defense. We've seen some big threes, and seen a couple of dunks, some acrobatic layups, and we've had a little bit of everything so far.
And there's some energy in the building.
There is. We couldn't always say that last year when Ballarat seemed to win all of their away games and none of their home games. Well, Chris tries to sell the foul there, ends up giving one away himself. Yeah, it was just a good, solid screen there from McInerney. Tried to make it look like an illegal play. It clearly wasn't. Here is McInerney. 3 6'8" players on the floor. There's one of them getting that rebound there, and so easy too.
Right place, right time there for Turner.
Chris Hadley manning him up. Pizzoglu driving to the hole. Yeah, Johnson felt like he had position, but he was clearly off angle. Pizzoglu, as you mentioned, Kyle, just being aggressive, trying to make things happen. Earns himself a trip to the line.
Absolutely. Look, he's almost turned the game just on his own will this second quarter alone, Kozloglu, and he's at the moment just a jack of all trades, doing it on both ends of the court. Swung momentum for his club.
7 points so far in the evening for Pizzoglu. Illawarra Hawk, and Perth Wildcat. Points in the evening now as he misses the back end of those free throws. Good defense. Dunmore closes out Hadley well. Gets in there and knocks the ball out. Baseline ball Geelong, but again, there's a confidence to Zach Dunmore that we haven't seen, frankly, ever. I mean, he was a wide-eyed rookie who had some good moments in 2019, but he looks like he's genuinely sure of himself tonight.
He's playing with conviction, yeah. And it's good to see. I mean, there's probably no one I've seen in Ballarat who works harder on his game than Zach, but no, it's reflecting reflecting tonight, and let's hope he keeps it going.
George Blagajevic, his first points of the second term, takes him in the double figures. 11 on the evening so far, looking to make it 12. Go along with. Oh, he misses. He's got
Short
6 boards as
that.
well. Oh, and that one's called. Ooh, the Miners aren't sure about that. Doesn't seem to be too many arguments though. So there are a few shaking heads, but nothing too vociferous from the home team.
Very 50-50, you'd think. I don't think even the ref could say with complete certainty, but it's Geelong ball.
He had the shot there. Good defense again for Zoglu.
And here they go.
He'll drive straight at Johns. Oh, tries to kick the ball out. It was good defense from Hadley to create the turnover. Preston Mooney, yeah, it definitely looked like a foul.
Like a jet peeling there.
I think he's got a point.
Might have got away with one there, Boongie.
He drives, spins, there's that floater.
Oh, and to finish with the right hand there, with the defender actually going to his left, expecting that left hand finish. That's just some incredible acrobatics.
Loves to go left and finish right. Here's Turner. Yeah, Dunmore smartly got out of the way there. In the end, Turner couldn't finish. Crisp tries hard at the defense. Good transition from Geelong though. He's up inside the key. Just about rattles it home. And Crisp into double figures. 11 points for him as he cuts the margin to 2, 42-44. Alright, trail for Geelong Supercats. Crisp, good D then on Turner. Denies the handoff. Two number threes, Hadley and Dunmore go at it. Oh, and Hadley strolls by Zach Dunmore and finger rolls it in. Lovely play, Gabe Hadley. He's up to 8 points. A very quiet 8 points for Gabe Hadley, but
effective nonetheless.
Yeah.
Boongie again off that crossover.
There we go. Goes right and just can't get that to fall.
And that floater is looking deadly. To be able to absorb that contact and still get the shot off.
He just seems to hang in the air for that microsecond longer than his defender every single time.
Just impossible shots to defend, they really are.
He's got 12 so far tonight.
It feels like more. It's one of those games, isn't it? I've felt every basket from him.
13 now, tied for the game lead with George Blagajevic. Took under 2 minutes to play in the first half. And Bill 1 South at Selkirk Stadium. 2-point margin. The Supercats with the ball and the lead. Here's Gatlin. He'll turn her off. Gatlin will run the point. He can maybe get himself going a little bit. OG2. The lane just opened right up then. No one came across to rotate until it was too late. Ends up being David Crisp winning his second foul of the evening.
Scream as loud as you can.
You hear the kids around us screaming for some missed free throws. I'm adamant that's getting picked up in our minds. Odygy.
Bit of a journeyman at Energy. Former Dandenong Melbourne Tigers player, spent time at Kilsyth now with Geelong.
Yeah, he was.
He's been around.
I think he was with the Tigers when they became United. So I have a feeling he spent some time in the NBL with United. As the long rebound falls to Dunmore. Or Lingard ran the floor well. Wasn't found. Drives again. Oh wow. He
Just
threw that out.
not on there for Dunmore.
Here is Gatlin. Not making it easy to rattles at home.
Going to pay a price for it.
Gets the shooter's roll. 5-point game. 1:15 left in the second quarter. Here's Hines. Skip past Izoglu, who's a long way out there. It's good defense. Chris Blitzarves. Here's Gatlin. He was always going to finish that.
Yeah, just too athletic for Dunmore on that play. And just like that, the Supercats back out to 7. Pretty much
timely timeout.
An identical finish to last quarter where they were able to turn on the Jets in the final minute and just give themselves a nice little buffer heading into the break.
As we head into the break, at this stage, Preston Bungie leading all comers with 14 points. Blagojevich just behind him on 13. Six boards for Blagojevich as well. He's very quietly been the most dominant player on the floor for mine.
Yeah, look, no surprise too, obviously, given his experience. But that's right. Look, he's showing flashes all over the court at the moment, inside, outside, defensively with a great block there just before. But I've got to say though, look, there are some encouraging signs for the Miners too. At least if there's one thing you can say, there's 3 players by my account in Bungie, David Crisp, and Pozzoglu as well. They seem to be able to get good shots at will, which, as long as they can keep on doing that, I think we do have the capacity to keep this game close.
And Pozzoglu on defense as well has just been immense. 4 steals and a couple of blocks from your nominal 2-guard small forward. Oh, Lingard and Hines, a misunderstanding there. Turns the ball over to Geelong and Gatlin lays it in. Just not on the same page there, Hines and Lingard.
Just not stuff you can do, unfortunately.
No, that hurts you at any level of basketball, a turnover like that. Hines directing traffic.
And Geelong, this full court defense starting to pay off for them. The Miners here out of sorts with 8 seconds left on the shot clock. You've got to think they're going to have to chuck something up here.
Go
there it is.
One step back 3. Just too big, too athletic. Rebounds over the top of Brooks.
And you think they'll hold this for the final shot now?
Yeah, you'd expect this to be Gatlin.
Yeah,
I like the matchup on Dunmore.
I think he wants an ISO. No.
Oh, here we go.
Well, to the man who's been the hottest. Fair enough.
Why not? Gorgeous turnaround to finish the half from Blagojevich as we got an 11-point lead at half time. The Supercats lead 55 to the Ballarat Miners 44. As you mentioned, Kyle, at the timeout earlier, Ballarat's been in this if they're 8-minute quarters.
That's right. Yeah, look, if our best 5 players could play the entire game, the game's probably a bit closer. Unfortunately, it's very similar to what happened in the first quarter there. We do lack a bit of size and a bit of experience towards the end of our bench, and we're forced to play the bench towards the end of the quarter, and Geelong's been able to establish some pretty sizable leads in 2 quarters now.
Yeah, and we did see Amos Brooks get that offensive board in traffic and convert the basket and the foul early on, but since then his relative lack of athleticism compared to the Geelong front line has been exposed a little bit, and with really only Lingard there as the only other genuine big, we've seen Geelong really control the boards, 22 to 13. I mean, that's a big margin at any point, 9 rebounds, but at half time, that's a disturbing margin for Coach Rick Sunderland.
Absolutely. I mean, On the flip side, though, we were talking earlier about how this, even though it is an 11-point margin, it has been a very entertaining game to date, and the numbers do tell that story, don't they? If you look at the field goal percentages alone, the Miners shooting 51% from the field, 18 from 35 field goals. Geelong, a red hot 20 from 33, and it just trickles down, doesn't it?
And 10 assists for Geelong as well. It's not just throw the ball inside and let the big guys do their work. They're genuinely moving that ball around. They're creating some really nice offense.
Yeah, absolutely. And, look, balanced effort from Geelong as well. Obviously, Blagojevich is doing most of the damage on the scoreboard, but we've seen Isaac Turner. He's been very handy in terms of just getting them into their offense, getting them into their sets. He's knocked down a couple already. Gatlin, relatively quiet, 8 points, but 8 points nonetheless.
But he is the sort that can go for 20 and a half.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So that will take us through to the break here. For Kyle Evans, I'm Jared Prosser. We will catch up with you all in around 8 minutes' time. Welcome back to Selkirk Stadium in Ballarat for the second half of the NBL 1 South matchup between the Ballarat Miners and the Geelong Supercats. I'm Jared Prosser. I'm here with Kyle Evans. We've got an 11-point game, Kyle. Ballarat trailing the visiting Supercats at halftime.
We do. It's as far as 11-point games go, it's been an impressive one, I've got to say. Yeah, look, we mentioned the red hot shooting statistics just before during the break, I should say. And yeah, 61% for Geelong, 51% from Ballarat. But look, unfortunately for Ballarat, as well as their shooting, there are some size issues, and they've been uncovered early in this game.
Yeah, we mentioned at the outset that Jordan Lingard is usually the backup 4-5 was starting because Ballarat's import, Shaquille Morris, wasn't able to suit up because of visa issues. It's effectively ended his tenure with the Miners before it began. And without a big, strong 6'8" skilled player in the post and to man the middle of the defence, Ballarat have been exposed against what is a very, very big long front line. Yeah,
it is. We're young and a little bit inexperienced coming off the bench there, and look, and Geelong have made the most of that, particularly towards the end of quarters where they've really pushed the pace as some of our more experienced players have been taking a rest. But look, you look at some of these stats in the first half, and George Blagovic. Blagojevic, yes. But look, yeah, head and shoulders the best player for Geelong so far. He's really had his way with the Miners. A very impressive 15 points.
7 boards as well.
7 boards as well. But look, for the Miners, Preston Bungie in his first game for the club has been fantastic, hasn't he?
And those little right-hand floaters when he drives left, it's just gorgeous to watch.
And flat out unstoppable. I mean, what do you do? The guy's an incredible leaper as it is, and the fact that he can create so much space with that shot, it's just impossible to stop, and he just shoots it at such a high clip.
And DeMarcus Gatlin, 9 points, 3 assists in that first half. 3 boards and 2 assists in that first half. Possibly the quietest effective half you'll ever see from a player of that quality.
Yeah, absolutely. It scares me, if anything, to be honest. It's what happens if he starts trying this half.
Well, and that's exactly it. He's been effective without really being impactful, if that makes sense. The big marquee matchup that I was looking at was Isaac Turner and David Crisp, and so far you'd have to say that it's the Ballarat man who's taken the points in that one.
Well, yeah, just on Crisp, you know, he has, it feels like he's been a little bit quiet as well, but if you look at his numbers, yeah, look, 11 points and some pretty impactful threes there as well, but let's hope he gets going in the second half.
And here is Turner, drives on Jordan Lingard. Oh, that's a great finish.
With the left.
Oh, he is a lefty, but still, that was an impressive finish over the 6'8" Lingard. Oh, Crisp walks into a three-pointer. It's long. Oh, you'll want that back.
Yeah, I think
that was wide open.
He thought that was down too. He would have followed his shot there. He was already running back.
Yeah, he would have walked straight into the rebound.
Rimmed off the back iron.
Turner, Cohen Sapple defending him. Only 4 minutes. The first half play for Sapple. And Pizoglu, another block. 3 blocks to go along with 4 steals already. And Sapple not afraid to fire. Bungie again just hangs in the air. Shoots over Blagojevic. Can't find the bottom of the net. Oh, it's a late whistle, and it looks like it's on Sapple. I've got to admit, I don't think there was much in that. It just looked like Blagojevic lost his balance.
It did a little bit. Position had been found by Sapple there, who has to walk to the bench again. There's just been a bit of a nightmare. I was about to say that. They're opening.
That was, it honestly looked like Sapple just pulled the chair on him.
He's just in disbelief, but yeah, God, just a really rough start for the South East Melbourne development player, because we know what he can do. He obviously has an NBL contract. He lit it up certain times last year as a member of the Hobart Chargers, but it's just had no luck so far.
Take a trick so far. That one, for his first 2 fouls are definitely fouls. The charge, it's as 50-50 as any charge or block generally is, but yeah, that one, I've got to admit, I thought he was a bit unlucky there.
Blagojevic now up to 16 points.
He's on his way to a 30 and 15 the way he's going.
Potentially.
Here's Bungie in the post. Odeji guarding him.
Ooh, almost.
Hines, yeah, almost another travel
Yeah,
behind.
did well not to move that pivot foot.
He rises. Oh, that was well right though, that shot.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just an example there. The offense really did just break down there, did it? And and it's times like that where you just need that big body just to throw it to and just say go to work, you know, get us a high percentage shot.
Yeah,
and
create something for us.
Yeah.
Because a mid-ranger off the dribble under pressure probably wasn't what the Miners were looking for.
And the lowest percentage shot in basketball.
Gatlin, Hines did well to body up against the much stronger Gatlin, but ends up fouling him on the turn. And Geelong have started this quarter looking reasonably impressive, getting to the free throw line. Already gotten Cohen Sappel into more issues, but not hitting their free throws. Ooh, 2 for 4.
Keeping the door
this half, but they were 11 for 15 in the first half. They're shooting well.
Keeping the door slightly ajar for the Miners, but look, not a good start to the half for the Miners, whose offense just seems to have broken
here
down.
We go. Here's Gatlin. Chooses the finger roll.
Does Geelong get another uncontested layup?
But again, it's quick hands as Chris drove, then knocked the ball away.
And you got to think a timeout cannot be far away for Luke Sunderland, as the shot clock gets down to 10 again.
He likes that shot. Doesn't get the roll. Well done, Lingard, to keep it alive, and Kazoglu with the finish. Here's Gatlin. Bungie, great hands.
Heads up defense, moved his feet. Got to where Gatlin wanted to go, but Geelong will keep the ball.
A little under 3 minutes played in quarter number 3 at Selkirk Stadium. That lead is 15 points for the Supercats. Ballarat just struggling to make genuine inroads. So we get a little bit of towel action on the floor. The referee taking control of things there. Gatlin underneath. It's well defended. Will Hines almost picked off that pass from Hadley.
Yeah,
there's the offensive foul.
Great defense there, but Lingard a little bit shaken up after taking that charge. Let's hope he's okay. The Miners cannot afford to lose another big. He looks okay.
He's a tough boy, Jordan Lingard. He's a hard one to knock out of a game.
Clearly a bit shaken up.
He's chatting to the crowd. Australian Olympic legend Steve Monaghetti on the sideline, asking him if he's okay. Lingard gave him a thumbs up. That's number 1 ticket holder for many years now, Steve Monaghetti.
Yeah, I've heard that. It's great to see, isn't it? It's there's no bigger ambassador for our local club than probably the most famous man in the city.
Yeah, it's arguably it's either him or Ray Borner for the best Olympian Australia's ever produced. So.
Who's been in? Have they both been in 4 Olympics?
I think Borner went to 3.
3, okay.
Here's Chris late in the shot clock. Has to shoot. That was wonderful defense from Blagachevich.
Well, I mean, he simply knew the options that Chris had at hand. There was no driving lane there. He knew he had to settle for the 3. And, you know, all he had to do was not foul, keep a hand up and get in his face, which is exactly what he did.
That was a 6'8" man laying off, knowing he had a 6-foot man against him. A smart play. And here he is at the other end. Leaves that one short. He glides in for the rebound. Speaking of good D, Odeji did well there. Hines a little reluctant to shoot. Could have pulled up. There's a push-off. It's not called, but it doesn't matter. The shot's short anyway.
Short arms, what usually is bread and butter.
Hines Flies can't get that shot from Turner, though. And in the end, Pizoglu can't save it. It stays Geelong basketball. As we see some subs, Matt Johns checking in for Isaac Turner. David Crisp will take a seat as well for Ballarat. Zach Dunmore checking back in. 15-point game, 6 minutes and 6 seconds left to play in quarter number 3.
Yeah, just a flat start to the half for the Miners, who just have not been able to get it going offensively. And this Geelong defense just really starting to wear them down. It's been a full court press just about this entire match. And while Ballarat did there
we see a little bit. Bungie getting into the lane.
It was the first time they've really been able to break that press, but what's happened prior is that by the time the Miners get the ball up the court, that it's 15 seconds of the shot clock left, and they've got to run their sets from there, and it's proved very disruptive.
Yeah, Hines decided to attack the press a little bit there. Found Bungie in the middle of the court. And he finishes the three-point play. About a little bit of token pressure here from the Miners. Just extending out the defence a little bit themselves.
17 points now. Preston Bungie to lead all scorers.
Gatlin, pretty moves. Finds Odeji. 3 short. Hines with a chance to push it. Chose not to go too hard. Now he accelerates. Lovely pass to Lingard. Looks like the foul's going to be called on the floor.
Yeah, it's hard luck there to not.
Well, as it was, Lingard missed the layup anyway.
Yeah.
But good try from Will Hines. He's gotten a little bit aggressive. Speaking of aggressive, he catch and shoot 3 off the inbound. And then a good defense to come back on Gatlin.
Yeah.
But eventually commits the foul, and again, probably potentially saved some points there as you'll send Johns to the line. It's the second foul on Will Hines, third on the Miners.
This is your time.
Big Matthew Johns. Still only 22. It feels like he's been around a lot longer than what he has. Matt Johns, he's still 22, and it seems like he's the sort of guy who's been around for 8 or 9 years.
Absolutely, yeah. He's obviously been around a little bit, played in college, NBL 1, and Zach Dunmore.
Lingard, great rebound. Oh, that looked for all the world like a foul, but not called.
Ooh.
Still, Johns won't mind.
There's a mismatch down low in Blagajevic if they get it to him, which they do. And despite a double team, he still scores.
Pizoglu almost picked up another steal there as well. Oh. That's just too easy.
Almost 2 more.
Ballarat got very lucky there. Good hands again. Lingard tries to commit the take foul. Can't even get that.
Starting to get a little bit sloppy now, the Miners.
The game's looking ragged the last minute and a half, to be honest.
Playing into the Wildcats' hands a little bit with just this up-tempo run and gun, but
finally we do see a foul called as that man Preston Bungie again races to the hoop. Draws the foul. Blagajevic, his second of the evening. Cohen Sackwell back into the game along with Amos Brooks for Ballarat. Chris Blixarves and Liam McInerney checking in for Geelong. So Sackwell played a grand total of 5 minutes and 15 seconds for his 4 fouls so far.
almost a foul a minute.
What's the market on him picking up that 5th? What minute do we think?
Oh, well, sometimes look, when it rains it pours. I'll bet on him getting it, to be honest, and I'll bet on him getting it in about 2 minutes.
I think he'll be a little conservative and he'll get up to about 10 to 12, somewhere in that range. But yeah, I think in a game like this, he's going to get that foul eventually. That's a great drive.
And probably too easy in a lot of ways there. Obviously, it's
blue pass
hard to stop.
And he again goes left. There's Brooks. Just that lack of athleticism just shows there.
Yeah.
It's not Brooks' fault. He's just
discomfort with the left hand.
Yeah, it's just that big front line of Geelong swallowed him. Here's Blixarves. Leaves that one short. Oh, comes straight back to him. Oh, Brooks. Faked out of his
Another
feet.
chance here, and he'll make
And
short work of
Blixarves
it.
makes him pay. 51-70. This is a 19-point game suddenly.
Starting to get a little bit ugly for the Miners. They just need to slow it down here, run it through their sets, forget about the score, try and get a good shot.
Crisp, it's a reasonable shot to take, and he drops it. Much needed.
14 points now for David Crisp, and what's been a relatively solid opening match for him.
Gee, if it wasn't for Zoglu defensively and Bungie with the ball in his hand, this could be anything this game. Geelong played really well. Here's Sapwell. He will be aggressive. Oh, it's a late call. But the foul will be marked against Matthew Johns. And Sapwell will shoot 3.
Just a little bit of desperation almost to get on the scoreboard, Cohen Sapple, and what's understandably been a very frustrating night for him, and he should get a few freebies here.
Well, he won't die. He'll never die wondering.
No.
He's an aggressive player. He looks to make something happen at every opportunity. Rattles home his first.
Yeah, just might be the bit of a spark for the Miners. You can really tell the energy has gone out of this building a little bit, and understandably so.
And they do need a spark, because this game, there's if Geelong finished this the way they did the first and second quarters, we could be looking at a 20-plus point lead at three-quarter time.
Absolutely.
As it stands, it's a 14-point game, 56-70. Geelong leading Ballarat. Deal 1 south. Again. Fouled by, well, you can take your pick, Brooks or Chris. Probably against David Crisp, that one. Yep. That's 3 from the little diminutive lefty import guard.
Oh,
that was too easy. Sapwell had his head turned. That was far too easy. Oh, Pozoglu, offensive foul. John sold that. There wasn't a lot of contact.
It's on Blagajevic at the moment, currently at 22 points and 9 rebounds.
He's still on track for that 30 and 15.
Well, the way things are going, I do wonder how much of the last quarter some of these starters are going to play now.
Might be the only thing that stops him getting it, to be honest, because I hate to say it, Kyle, but the Ballarat defense has had no impact on him.
No, it's defense and offensively, they have crumbled a little bit this quarter. You can just sort of see
there's a push off, yeah.
Outmatched size-wise.
Clear push off there on Blagajevic. Lingard checks back in for Amos Brooks. And again, we see the Towel boys doing their thing. 2:20 to play, 16-point lead, 56. Play 72 here at Selkirk Stadium. Catch all your NBL 1 action on KO at the NBL app or nbl1.com.au. Brooksarves and Crisp. Geelong get back into their zone. It looks like they've been broken out of it for a moment. Crisp straight away 3. Can't get the roll. Sapwell, big play. There's a foul called. To be quite honest, it looked like Pozoglu fouled him.
It will count. It'll be interesting to see who they call this on.
I think that was called on Blixarves.
I think you're right, but
look, honestly, it looked like if anybody hit him, it was Nick Pozoglu.
Incredible effort crashing the board there, and And you do love to see it. You know, obviously it's not his night tonight, but the effort still there nonetheless. And it's a really encouraging sign.
He's now got more fouls than points than fouls.
That's a start.
13-point game, minute 43 to play. Turner, catch and shoot. It's in, it's out, it's in, it's out. The ball fell to Hadley, and now Gatlin. Good defense, Lingard. Good defense, Jordan Lingard. Down to 4 on the shot clock. Turner, step back 2 is short. Barrett with a chance to bring this back to 10, potentially. Here's Bungie. Long steps, but doesn't go left. Lingard collects the offensive rebound, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Number 24, Jordan Lingard.
That foul called on Johns. He's up to 3 fouls. Oh, sorry, no, that was on Odeji, who's up to 4. So Owen Odeji, he'll step to the bench, and Liam McInerney checking back in.
Chance to add to his tally. Lingard, 2 points so far on the night.
Yeah, that dunk down the lane in the opening term.
That's right. Very, very impressive. Didn't know we had those kind of hops, to be honest.
I've probably maxed him out there.
2 from 2 there for Lingard.
A smile at the crowd there, whether someone was getting in his ear, I'm not quite sure. All right, in their own 3-2 zone here. I dare say trying to protect Lingard and Brooks from one of these more agile bigs that Geelong have. Oh, look like a travel there to Gatlin.
Wide open for Hadley there.
Oh, he'll want that back. He's a good shooter. Oh, Chris may have fouled to Marcus Gatlin there in that rebound. I think that was what he was saying to the referee, that the ball was knocked away from him. Dunmore and Hines check back in for Crisp and Sapple. Sapple obviously protected with those fouls in this last minute. Good minutes for Will Hines in this quarter. He put a little bit of energy in, almost throws the ball away there, right as I say it. Shot clock down to 10, 11-point game. Looking to bring this margin back to single figures before the end of the quarter. Hines, lovely move. Great little fake shovel pass there to Preston Bongi. We're at 9 points now, 63-72. This will be the last possession of the quarter. Shot clock and game clock almost in sync.
4 points now for Will Hines. I'd love to see him and Dunmore play out a fair bit of this last quarter, just to give them, try and give them a little bit of momentum just going into the first half of this season.
It's good defense to close that quarter from Ballarat. Hines on Gatlin made him take a really rushed little leaner, and we end up with a 9-point game as we round the final turn for NBL 163 to the Ballarat Miners 72 Geelong Supercats. Nikojevic 22 and 9 so far. We mentioned at half time he might be on the way to a 30 and 15. With this game getting a little bit closer, he's every chance he could play the minutes to get somewhere close to that. Preston Bungi leading Ballarat in scoring and rebounding with 19 and 8. Kyle, what can we see from Ballarat here? How can the Miners reduce this margin?
Well, I think they'll be pretty happy just with the end of that quarter there. Things were looking pretty bleak at the start of that half. At the start of the quarter there, the Miners came out very sluggish, and Geelong just looked very, very sharp. But Geelong, taking their foot off the gas a little bit there. Miners were able to work their way back. I think we're just going to have to see a big effort from our starters coming out this last quarter. Just, play ambitious. It's the first game of the season. Get out, run, do whatever it takes. I mean, it feels like more, but at the end of the day, it's only 9 points.
So it's one of those things where we either win or go about by 20. Do you think that's what Luke Sutherland will be saying?
Yeah, you may as well.
Throw caution to the wind, says Kyle Evans. So from Geelong's point of view, and they've obviously built up a solid lead, but with that last little run by Ballarat, What sort of message do you think will be getting around their huddle?
Look, at the end of the for Geelong, I wouldn't change much. They got a little bit lazy there towards the end of that quarter, but they were still getting a lot of really good looks. They missed a couple. We just saw Hadley miss a wide open 3-point shot from the baseline, which you wouldn't usually miss. They are looking good. I expect them to lift the intensity at the start of this quarter and put this game out of reach by about the 5-minute mark.
Yeah, that's a good point. When it got out to 19, there may have been a little bit of
complacency, I think.
Yeah. We're underway in quarter number 4 at Selkirk. Ballarat come out in a 3-2 zone. Hines and Dunmore in the backcourt. Here's Turner. That's a good start for the Supercats. Catch and shoot 3 for Isaac Turner. Takes him to 12. Here's Sapple. Oh, blows by Gatlin. Good pull up, but just too big, Johns. Athletic 6'8". Gatlin directing traffic. Here's Hadley. Oh, well picked up for Zoglu. That's steal number 5. Dunmore skip past to Hines.
Good defense, Blagacevic.
Yeah, really good defense. Big man moved his feet well. Here we go. 2 athletic specimens here. Gatlin walks Zoglu clean. Falls to Sapwell, who drains the 3. Wow, a little bit of fortune there for Ballarat.
A lot of fortune there, but we'll take it.
But let's not let that overshadow. That was a hell of a defensive play from Gatlin.
Amazing defensive play. Great anticipation.
Oh, Turner steps into the 3. That one's long. Gatlin just about reels it in. Here's Hadley. Good fake. John's acrobatic. Can't finish, though. Hines will go the other way. Ballarat's got the break.
He's Dunmore.
Dunmore finishes the play. And this is back to 7. Ballarat's got a little bit of a run on here. Oh.
They do. It's just like that. This crowd is back in it. Energy's lifted in the building here.
A little over 8 minutes to play, 68-75.
It started with that Cohen Sapwell 3, which granted we were lucky to get, but it sparked us a bit here. Now a chance to cut it to 4.
Another steal. Not sure if this one will be chalked up to Pazoglu. If it is, it's number 6 on the night.
I'm just looking at the Miners bench now with Boongie and Crisp set to come into the game. You'd think fresh after a bit of a break.
Hines, the right idea, but he ended up somehow getting that ball back. It's going to count as a turnover one way or the other. A travel to the Supercats. Dunmore and Hines, as you said, they'll take a seat.
Some good minutes from Dunmore and Hines as well. Close out last quarter and the start the 4th.
Yeah, Hines in particular. Dunmore had that red-hot start to the game, but those third quarter minutes from Hines are excellent. Chris got the bigger Johns. He'll fancy taking off the bounce here. Oh, wow, that's a great block from Johns. Pazoglu, Cohen Sapple lays it in. The bounces are going Ballarat's way, Kyle.
Cohen Sapple.
Loose balls are falling to the men in blue.
Absolutely. Well, they did need a bit of luck, and Cohen Sapple up to 10 points now.
And DeMarcus Gatlin slammed the ball into the court there as the timeout was called.
10 points in a very efficient 11 minutes.
He's productive, whether it's fouls or points per minute. 5 points the margin here. All of a sudden, out of almost nowhere, Ballarat are right back in this contest.
Yeah, I think Geelong will be getting a little bit of a spray on the bench at the moment, but look for them to come out. You'd expect them to lift out of this timeout, but by the same token, look, Ballarat, they're in this game. They know they're playing with house money at this point. They should not be within 5. They are. They were down 19 in what only felt like minutes ago.
A quick look at the foul situation, as we've mentioned almost ad nauseum. Cohen Sapple on 4 fouls. David Crisp has 3 for the Miners, 4 the Supercats. Mentioned in the third quarter, Owen Odeji went out when he picked up his 4th foul. But Matt Johns has got 3. George Blagacevic, he's got 3 as well, as does Isaac Turner. So not immense trouble there outside of Odeji, but just enough that they pick up one in the next minute or so. could be a little bit dangerous for them.
Yeah, that's right. Well, given that I don't believe there's been a team foul to be called this quarter yet either, you'd think that the stage is set to really let the players play this one out. Free throws shouldn't come down to it.
As soon as we say that, there'll be a spate of whistles. So. Gatland, Ballarat stay in that zone. Here is Otoji. Ooh, that could have been the fifth there. Lingard definitely tried to sell it. Here they are again, those same two men. Yeah, Lingard absolutely fouled him there. Oh, and Otoji will go to the line to shoot too.
Yeah.
Clear as day, that foul.
And you can see the size advantage for Geelong. Not only the size, but the strength advantage. I mean, they were playing that offensive set within the three-point line. Do you know what I mean? Ballarat just haven't been able to force them away from the basket.
No, there's not enough length there. I mean, look at Otoji, who's essentially he's the small forward. He's 6'6".
They're a big team.
Yeah. Whereas you look at what Ballarat are doing. Ballarat are playing a 6'4", 6'5" guard at the 3 and a 6'6" wing at the 4 in Bungie.
7-point game.
And 7 minutes left.
Respond.
Here's Chris. Zoglu, haven't seen much of him offensively, to be honest.
No, he's been a bit quiet this half after a superb start to the game.
He just hangs in the air. Drops in the turnaround, Jay.
21 points now, Preston Bungie.
But that ability to just hold in the air, Otoji, easy too.
Yeah, too easy.
Zoglu a little late on the rotation. Chris loves to get to the middle of the floor on that left hand. Finds Sapple, corner 3, that's short. Oh, great rebound, Bungie.
Fantastic energy.
And this time, Sapple
why
from
not?
the other corner, bang!
Why not? 13 points, Cohen Sapple, and that's how they got to play.
As I said, Kyle, he won't die wondering that, man.
They've got to throw caution to the wind here and go for it.
It's back to 5. Back to 4, my apologies. Good mathematics by me. Hadley just fumbled that ball. It's ended up getting him on.
Here we go. Here we go. Get to the free throw line. Oh, and that was...
Oh, and that's off Sapwell. That was a 6-foot man trying to take on a 6'8" man and hoping for the whistle, I think.
Yeah, very much so. He almost played for the whistle there and not so much to try and make a genuine play at the basket. I mean, in that situation... Johns really shouldn't have been able to stop Crisp.
No, it's almost you try to get the big man moving and hope you can stop quicker than him. Good defense, Lingard. Here's Johns.
Oh.
Well, that's short.
All right, dodge a bullet on that play. That would have been a
Wide
dagger.
Open. Here's Crisp. Gatland marking him. Lingard, good poke away there from Otoji. Here's Kazoglu.
Lingard, great position. Miners should get the ball back here.
Oh, Vegas was sure that came off Lingard. It didn't look like it, admittedly.
No.
It's good hands by the Geelong number 7, but definitely a Miners ball. 4 points the difference here. 5:16 to go in this match. We're set for a bit of a grandstand finish here, Kyle.
We are, yeah. After what looked like it was a very bleak third quarter, Geelong just got a little bit complacent and Ballarat have capitalised, and all of a sudden it's a game with 5 minutes to play, which is an eternity in basketball. That being said, I still think it's going to take a little bit of luck for Ballarat to steal this game, just given the difference in quality of looks they're getting compared to Geelong. Their size has just been such a problem for the Miners.
Well, when you think about it, Ballarat's most open looks tend to come off broken plays.
That's right.
And those, the fact that those balls are falling to Ballarat, it's generally it's a chance thing. So
that's right.
Those numbers should even up. We all things being equal, the ball should start to bounce Geelong's way, and that could be enough. Just not getting that little bit of luck could be enough to see Ballarat off.
Yeah. Interesting to see what kind of play they draw up out of this timeout here. If they can just get something easy just to keep that pressure on Geelong.
The first time you and I have watched the Luke Sunderland coach game live, we'll see what his ATOs are like.
He's much quieter than Brendan Joyce.
Everyone is quieter than Brendan Joyce. Just ask the referees. They'll end up getting a foul drawn. That's on Odeji. He is out of this game. And the veteran Mark Blixarves, 33 now, comes in to replace him.
Full 14 on the shot clock here.
Sapwell. As always, looks to drive left, loses at that time.
Just a really good poke away by Blitzarv there, which is,
oh wow,
I thought would lead to a Geelong basket. Ballarat somehow end up with it.
How did that ball not go in the basket?
I thought Sapwell wanted to shoot that one.
Three, maybe four attempts at that.
Yeah, good defense.
Yeah, really good defense again. Oh, Bungie, lovely crossover. Finds Amos Brooks, who's out there. Oh, he blows the layup.
He just needed to finish that, Amos, which, granted, it looks like he's going to get to the free throw line here. Is it a late whistle?
I think it is a late whistle. Still, there wasn't, whatever foul was there, it wasn't a heavy one. The young man's got to finish that play.
I mean, it is hard when you sort of towards the end of the bench, your touches are limited and you got to produce in big moments like this. Let's hope he can knock these two down. And
well, I'd imagine he's only out there for a minute or so to give Jordan Lidgard a quick rest. The short arm's the first. Brooks will look to drop the second and does. Straightened out his shooting stroke a little bit, Amos Brooks. He used to shoot across the ball a little bit. You saw a lot of side spin on it. The ball looks a lot smoother from his hands these days. Turner all the way. Brooks can't get there. Pozzoglu does. Brooks corrals it. Bungie, he'll take on Blixarves for sure.
Oh, tried to.
That's good defense. Sapwell.
Oh, Brooks!
Gets it done. Amos Brooks gets a fingertip on that ball.
Heads up play. It is a 1 point game. And Geelong, all of a sudden, it's them who look out of sorts.
There you go. That would have been a three to Hadley at any other point in the game. Well, nobody stepped up to Blagosevich.
Yeah. And Blagosevich almost made that a little bit harder than he needed to. Wide open in the centre of the key there as Pozzoglu works his way to the free throw line.
Yeah, just too quick. Blagosevich, he'll pick up his fourth foul as well, which is a potentially important play.
Blagosevich now up to 24 points and 11 rebounds. It's been a very solid day at the office.
Pozzoglu. 10 points, 3 boards, 3 assists. Wow, that's a brick. 6 steals and a couple of blocks. He's been a menace defensively. Drops the second.
2 point game.
3:40 left to play here in Ballarat. We have a tight one. Those cross cuts again. Blagosevich high post. Turner and Boogie, the two number ones. Lingard, the foul's called and the basket drops.
And one.
Man, George Blagosevich just getting it done.
That's what the Stars do, isn't it? They come up big when they're needed. Last 4 points and we'll go to the line for a big free throw here to just create a bit of separation with the Miners and take a little bit of energy out of this building.
And Ballarat, man, they need to score in the next possession. Geelong bringing back Matt Johns and DeMarcus Gatlin. Some big guns who've just gotten a quick rest. Shot misses. Pozzoglu with the board. 4 point game, 3:17 to play. Here's Sapwell. Wants to take Johns. That's good defense. That's really good defense. Oh, Geelong almost botched that.
Yeah, tough shot there from Sapple. Oh, he's hit a few.
It's good defense again from Lingard. Extended minutes tonight. He's been good.
Mismatch again.
Yeah, just too big.
Yeah.
Too big.
Get to his spot. He's good enough to.
Sapple 6'4".
Soft touch.
Blagojevic 6'8". He's not going to contest that shot.
28 points now.
There's Bungie. Hangs in the air and kisses it off the glass. Another great finish from Preston Bungie. An impressive first game out in the Miners Navy Blue.
You got to think they'll go back to Blagojevic here.
In some way, here we go. He's up to the elbow now.
Here he goes. He'll go to work again.
Yep. Oh.
And gets to his spot. Misses it.
Oh.
And those are just rebounds. You just can't give up.
No, but they were the sort of balls that were falling to Ballarat earlier.
That's right. Oh, I'll get another chance here.
Rebound number 11 for him.
Preston, is he going to...
Kazoglu, little baby hook, and it's back to 2. This is not over, Kyle.
It is not, Jared. It's hard to believe we're here, to be honest, but...
How are Ballarat hanging in this game? They're doing just enough. Here we go. Oh, Matt Johns almost came out of bounds. Gatlin wide open. Doesn't take the 3.
Almost 2 open, and Miners... Oh,
Kazoglu read that beautifully. And here's Chris, super fast. He's drawn the foul. He'll go to the line for 2. That'll be 4 on Matthew Johns.
A lot of contact there. Hard to say who it was on. Was it on Johns?
It was on Johns. That's number 4.
And a chance for the import to tie the game.
Man, this has been some sort of fourth quarter.
Quite second half for Crisp. Just scoring 11 in the first half. Only the 3 so far. He's got 14 points.
Yeah, he's been a little bit more, not necessarily playmaker, but more distributor. He's been running the offense a little bit more than looking for his own shot. He's had a couple of 3-point attempts where he's been wide open. Hit one of them, missed one.
Huge set of free throws here coming up.
Oh, rattles home the first. It was a nervous-looking shot, that one. Crisp to tie the game with 1:31 to play. And does so. All to play for now. 1:25 on the clock, 85 apiece to score.
The Miners going with the zone defense.
Yeah, this zone has worked fairly well. It's really only been Blagojevic who's been able to get anything out of it. There is Gatlin though.
And look, probably smart in the end not to give away a foul there, making an and 1 play.
Because Oglu went for the steal. I'm surprised he didn't stay down and look for the block from behind, to be honest. That explosive leaping ability of his. Bungie got the mismatch on Hadley. Goes through, gets
They're going to count this. They're going to count this. That was within that.
Oh, no!
Well, that's,
outside refs calling a hook.
well, you know what?
We've got one ref calling a hook, one calling... No, the hook is going to stand.
That's a bad call.
That's simply
a shocking. That is a shocking call.
And it's called from the referee on the other side of the floor.
That's just a physical heads-up play. I'm sorry.
And there wasn't really a hook to speak of.
That's just a physical play.
That's a disappointing decision. That's short. Here's Bazoglu. Kick ahead to Cohen. Slapwell drives. Almost makes the play. And that'll be Matthew Johns out of the game as well. So Bungie would have had the chance to put the Miners up. As it stands, Cohen Sapple, who has surpassed both of our expectations in minutes on the floor.
The unsung hero of this game, isn't it? 13 points in 18 minutes. Hardly played the first half due to just foul trouble.
4 minutes and 14 seconds in the first half.
2 huge free throws here.
Blixarves, he checked in for Rod1 when he fouled out. He's checked in again to Matthew Johns. Colin Sapwell calmly drains the first free throw. And the second, 33 seconds to play. Tied ball game.
Never in doubt, those free throws.
And each team will have one shot at this. Here's Turner. All right, sticking to that 2-3 zone. Jevic again. Gets the ball whenever he wants at the elbow.
Yeah, it's good
Looks
defense,
to take on
Lingard. Just
Good
held
box out Pozoglu. 7.
No timeout.
6,
No timeout.
5.
Call
It'll be
from
Chris to
Sunderland.
shoot. Oh, he's got to shoot soon. For the game, that's short. We got overtime in Ballarat in round 1. Oh, I'm not quite sure what Chris was hoping for there, but didn't seem to have a plan. But when you're tied, you can take those you can take whatever shot you want, I
I
suppose.
probably would have liked to see that ball go to Sapwell, to be honest.
Or at the very least, a pick to see if you can get a big on him.
I can sort of understand it. You know, when you got that situation, you're playing with house money.
Get the pick and roll with Bungie.
Yeah.
See if you can get Bungie rolling to the basket. And as it is, 87 apiece. Overtime at Selkirk Stadium. George Blagajevic is sitting on 4 fouls. He's the key man. Oh, sorry, he's sitting on 3 fouls. My apologies. But he is the key man. He's been able to get that ball at the elbow through Ballarat's 2-3 zone whenever he's wanted. It's just a matter of whether he's making shots or missing shots. He's currently got 28 and 11. For Ballarat, Preston Bungie 23, perhaps should have been 25. Let's go along with 11 boards. And Nick Pozoglu, quite offensively, only 13 points from the 2021 NBL 1 West MVP, playing for Coburn last year. 6 boards, 3 assists, a couple of blocks, 6 steals for Pozoglu, a defensive menace today. So checking out the foul situation, we know for Geelong, Johns and Odeji are already fouled out. Nobody else on 4. They do have Turner, Blagajevic on 3. For Ballarat, Colin Sapple's been on 4 fouls. It seems like he's been on 4 fouls for about 3 months now. But Lenti on 3. You've got Preston Bungie. You've got David Crisp. You've got Jordan Lingard, all sitting on 3 fouls. So it'll be Bungie, Crisp, Lingard, Sapwell, and Pozoglu. For Geelong, you've got Blixage, you've got Hadley, you've got Gatlin, Turner, and Blagajevic. Good hands. Now Bungie, he's got the size mismatch here. Yeah, it seemed like there was a foul there on Blixage. He's trying to draw another hooking call, and the referee that called it was the one right next to him, so if it was going to get called, it was going to get called low, not high. Now, a reminder for the overtime period, the team fouls do not reset. So Ballarat are on 3 team fouls. Geelong will stay over the limit. Therefore, Bungie will shoot 2. And he gives Ballarat their first lead since
The first quarter?
I think so.
At least.
He drops them both.
And credit to the Miners. It has been incredible crunch time free throw shooting in this game.
Yeah. Sapple and Chris Bungie. Those free throws early in the third quarter or did that come off Crisp? I think so. Yes, it did. But those missed free throws early in the third from Geelong when they were frankly dominating Ballarat have come back to haunt them. The message is, as always, kids, practice your free throws. Looks after to inbound, 11 on the shot clock for the Supercats. No, they're going to change things up here. Turner. Isaac Turner will bring that ball back into play. We're finally ready to go again. Gatlin on Crisp, looking for Turner, well closed by Sapwell.
In his spot.
Oh, Hadley wide open. Here's the shooter. Makes Ballarat pay.
Yeah. Look, I'll live with that, though. That was a really smart collapse on Blagojevic there. He's just murdered the Miners from that spot all night. You'd rather see that one go down than Blagojevic continuing to haunt them.
Here's Bungie. Here's Lingard. Finds Bazoglu. Great pass. Jordan Lingard. Bazoglu wide open for the Juice. And the lead changes hands again. Ballarat 91, Geelong 90. This is a hell of a game of basketball.
It is.
Again, Gabe Hadley. Back-to-back threes for the Geelong shooting guard. He is a marksman. Crisp looks to answer. Gatlin climbs high for the rebound.
Geelong here, just a chance to settle. Get a little bit of a buffer.
Game. Ooh, Blixards looked like he wanted to go there.
Hadley's
Gatlin
he's
wide
hunting
open
for a third.
Here's Turner. Big fight from Bazoglu. Did well.
And Lingard.
Blagojevic, he drew the jump ball. That's a big play. It stays with Geelong.
He drew that with a finger on the ball.
No, I think he did well there. It looks like and Jordan Lingard's a strong man. If he can't rip that ball away from you, you've got something on it. And again, Blagojevic is just finding ways to impact the game. It's not the scoring, it's the rebounding. It's not the rebounding, it's the hustle. Turner, that's big. Oh, no good. Oh, Blagojevic, that could have been a fourth foul on him. Here's Bungie. Gatlin's fouled him all the way there. A few words there too. Preston Bungie getting into it with DeMarcus Gatlin.
I'd love to know what was said to provoke that, if anything.
Yeah, it might not have been anything. That might just be the atmosphere, the situation of the game.
The emotion coming to the forefront. And Preston Bungie, rightly so. 25 points, 11 rebounds.
And the chance to tie this one up at the free throw line again.
Superb in this match.
Oh, he's missed that one. It's the first Ballarat miss at the free throw line for quite a while. Here's a team shooting 75% on the night. Makes the second. 3:05 to play in overtime here at Selkirk Stadium. NBL 1 South. Geelong hold a 1-point lead. Blixards rises, shoots, scores! The three-point shooting from the Supercats in overtime.
Yeah, it's the zone defense from Ballarat, which has got him back into this game.
He spins, drops the ball in. That is a gorgeous play.
Just hangs in the air, doesn't he?
He took a little bit of contact on the way. Certainly not enough for a foul call, but the body control.
It's a superb mid-range operator in that floater.
Here you go. Oh, Hadley. That was good defense from Sapple then. Really closed out hard. He's got men trailing him, Chris. Oh, Gatlin almost got there. Blixards hustled.
2-on-1.
And then Sapple at the other end does the same, saves it.
And it's an Miners layup.
Oh, dumped it, Boogie, and it's tied. This match has everything.
Well,
my God.
Well, that luck you were talking about, it's all going Ballarat's way, isn't it?
Boogie gave up on the play, just said, I'll just wait. This is going to be a basket. I'll save my energy. Gets the game-tying dunk. And Bazoglu with his third block on Turner. And Boogie getting into it with Isaac Turner now.
That dunk bringing up the 30 points for Preston Bungie as well.
And if there's smack to be talked, Preston Bungie's the man. He's getting into it with everyone. What a game, Kyle.
Opening round thriller.
My goodness. Turner looks to drive from Bazoglu.
And another block. And he let him know about it afterwards as well. And he's got it again.
Here's Chris. Go ahead three. Oh, that's off. But Bazoglu does well as Sapwell. Tips the ball out to Lingard.
Just need to be calm here. They don't need to get a three up immediately.
Oh, great. There's a foul. Great pass, Bazoglu. Lingard will go to the line. A minute 21 on the clock.
Yeah, that was the right play.
Ballarat another lead. Liam McInerney checking into the game. Geelong choosing to go big, taking out the guard, Mark Blixarves. Ballarat essentially staying with 2 guards, 2 wings and a 4. As Lingard blows the first. Geelong now with a legitimate centre on the 4 in McInerney. I wonder what that does for the spacing for Blagajevic. Oh, Lingard blows them both. Oh, he'll be dirty on himself for that. Ballarat look like they're into a man now. They've gone out of the zone.
Yeah. Stop that three-pointer, but it's going to allow guys like Blagajevic to go to work in the post.
It was a good dig by Chris. We ended up fouling him, and I'm not sure what he's complaining about. It was definitely there. But it's a side ball. Ballarat not in the bonus yet. Their next foul will put them over, though.
No more fouls to give. Probably a smart foul in hindsight. Blagajevic had position there.
Let's see what's ran off the side ball here. Oh, it's the simple one. Get it to the big man in McInerney and start your offense. 10 on the shot clock. There's the screen. Good D, Lingard. Well done. Draws the travel out of Gabe Hadley. Great defense, Jordan Lingard. He blew the free throws, but he's, dare I say it, made up for it there. 53.5 seconds left in this one. 96 apiece. Kyle, I've got a 2-hour drive after this. I almost hope we don't go to double OT. Oh, Chris open in the corner. Oh, he stepped out of bounds.
Oh, God.
This really does have everything.
Oh, what a killer. Oh. Of all the turnovers, of all the ways you can turn the ball over.
What box is left to tick? We've seen everything in this one. Unbelievable.
Oh, I mean, if Ballarat do go on to lose this game and it comes down, it'll be 2 missed free throws and a step out of court.
Well, I'll tell you what, whoever wins this game damn well deserves it.
Absolutely.
This has been a wonderful game of basketball. Gatlin doesn't want to shoot. Hadley does. Well, that one's well short.
Huge rebound.
Blagajevic. Turner, he'll shoot as well. Goes past Sapple, who can't foul. McInerney, he won't shoot the ball from out there. 5 on the shot clock. Blagajevic drives on Lingard. Good D, Lingard.
Fantastic defense.
Chris can't get to the ball. Great play to Marcus Gatlin. Kept it alive. 7 seconds on the clock in overtime. He'll drive on Odeji. Can't afford to foul. McInerney for the lead. He makes it. Liam McInerney off the offensive rebound. And he's got the foul as well. The foul has been called on Chris. We've got 0.8 of a second to play.
Oh.
Surely we're not going to see like a half-court buzzer beater to tie it.
Well, Derek Fisher did it with 0.6 of a second, I believe, many years ago.
It might be the only thing we haven't seen.
Oh.
My God, this game of basketball.
It just breaks your heart, though.
Oh,
it really does. It's just...
This is... I tell you what, this has been the best advertisement for NBL1 basketball. This game has had everything. Intensity has had skill. It's had athleticism.
Oh.
It's had the lot. Oh my.
Heroic.
I'm running out of things to say.
Heroic defense from Jordan Lingard as well to force Blagajevic into that bad shot. So bad, in fact, that the ball's ended up where it has.
And sometimes, as Dean Smith, the old North Carolina coach, used to say, you can't teach tall.
No.
McInerney, the biggest man on the court.
And Gatlin, to have the presence of mind to not settle for a game-winning 3, but to take it in low as hard as he could.
He's not a shooter. He's never going to put up that 3. But even before that, when it looked like Chris was going to get that defensive rebound, it was Gatlin who tapped it out and kept the ball alive for Geelong with under 10 seconds on the clock.
Get loud.
That's in a game of in a game with a lot of loud, that's a very quiet one. Bazoglu, that's going to be short. And Geelong, unbelievably, have hung on to win this one, 98-96 in overtime, in one of the most incredible games of basketball that you are ever likely to witness.
Oh, what a start to the season. It really did have everything, didn't it? I was ready to write Ballarat off midway through that third quarter. They were 19 points down. Geelong opened the fourth with a three. Ballarat, they just kept chipping away. So much so that, Jared, they flat out stole momentum in that game. It was theirs for the taking.
I'm genuinely surprised. 'Cause as you said, 19 points the Miners were down. They're missing their only genuine centre against a giant front line of Geelong. And yet I'm still somehow surprised Geelong won this. That's the sort of game it was.
So am I. Look, they did, despite being 19 points up, ultimately snatch victory from the jaws of defeat there. They'd gone flat. They really had. Ballarat had all the momentum. Their tails are up. Preston Boongi had he just reached MJ mode in that last quarter there.
Talking trash like Larry Bird
talking
too. That
trash,
was...
blocking shots, hitting floaters.
Oh my, I know we're supposed to start talking about some of the stats and some of the, some of those statistical things that swung this game, but I don't think stats do justice to what we just witnessed. That was a remarkable 45 minutes of basketball.
It was incredible. Yeah,
oh wow! Look, we should probably do the obligatory stat run through. Blagojevic He was Geelong's man all the way through, 28 and 12 for him. Bungi, 30 points, 11 boards, a big block at the end of play. Big block right at the end there, which almost looked like it was going to steer Ballarat towards a late win. Bazoglu, 15. Wow, this is a proper fantasy stat line. 15 points, 8 boards, 3 assists, 6 steals, 3 blocks.
Yeah.
That's like Andre Kirilenko stuff. That's putting a stat everywhere. And Colin Sapple, ended up playing 23 minutes. Pretty much once he checked back in, he didn't come out. Ended up with 15 and 4. And
all in the second half as well.
Yeah. No, he had a very, very good second half of the game. I'm at a loss for words. I'm really at a loss for words. That was something. How do you pick a player of the game out of that?
Oh, look, to be honest, it's a pretty easy decision in the end. It's the man who's talking to the crowd right now. It's got to be Preston Boongi. I mean, up until the 5-minute mark of the fourth quarter, I would have given it to Blagojevic, but just that effort from him in the fourth, he carried the Miners. He really did. Probably 10 points of that 30 would have come in the last quarter, I think. But what he did on the defensive end as well, but just the spiritual impact of it all.
Yeah, he was the barometer. He energized the building in a way that I haven't seen a Ballarat crowd that energised since the last game at the Minor Dome against Nunawading, the 2019 semi-final.
That's right. And if we can take anything from this, it really is a great advertisement for what we can expect going forward this season, I think. At least we know that, look, the Miners, they've got some challenges ahead of them, size mainly, but they certainly don't like heart.
I'll tell you what, if that's what we're going to get every week, I don't think my heart's going to take this season. But that will wrap it up here from Selkirk Stadium in... Wow, just an incredible game of basketball for NBL 1 and for Ballarat basketball. My name's Jared Prosser. Myself and Kyle Evans, we say good night and thank you.